YouTube. Okay, YouTube, I'm back again today with the 1951 Farmall H. As you can see, here we have the gears out. We finally got that main steering gear out. What we had to do was take this here floor jack up the frame so the front wheels here were off the ground enough to relieve the pressure on the steering column inside the post, and that allowed us to pop the gear out. This here is the main steering gear. This is called a half moon gear. And as you can see right here, it's got some chips in it. If my camera will focus. Yeah, right there it's got some chips in it. Ugh, I can't talk. And as you can see, it's also worn. So we are going to be replacing that. We don't know how it got chipped. Those are on the bottom side of the gear, so we aren't fully sure. Could been from when we tried to pry it out with the crowbar. We don't know. This is the worm gear shaft, and this bearing is shot. The spacers are out of it, so we'll have to get a new bearing. But the worm gear is okay, so that saves us some money because this is about $100 part. Anyway, back to the tractor. As I tried to jack this up the first time, and I did a stupid thing. I decided to place the floor jack underneath the oil pan, and as you can kind of see, there's a nice big dent there. Luckily, knock on wood, there's no leaks. So we caught it in time before it broke through, and I was lucky enough to keep it away from the valve. Another thing that happened as we were taking this thing apart was when we tried to pull this steering shaft here, separate it, we weren't sure how it was going to come out, so we tried pulling on the steering column. Well, that went badly. As you can see, we pulled and pulled, and we broke the post for the steering column. So we're going to try and weld that back together, and hopefully that solves the problem. And I'm trying to think, what else? Oh, and that's it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.